everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this is a recap video where I am discussing what I did in the group energy healing that I did earlier today. It's called a mini triplet group healing. This is the second in the set of 3 healings that are in 1 week. First one's on a Friday, this one was on a Sunday today, and the next final one is on Tuesday. So all 3 within 1 week. And it's a group remote energy healing, and this time a whole bunch of people joined on to it that weren't participating for the first healing. Usually people sign up for the whole set of 3, but you know, if someone gets inspired, you know, the day after the first healing and I still have room, you know, they could purchase it and add themselves on for the second and the third healing. So I call the people doing the second and the third healing only, it's a twin set as opposed to the triplet set. So we got 15 more people jumping on. So now we're at the max that I want to do for this triplet set, which this time is 52 people. And our country count went way up. We have 7 countries now, so that means the participants are currently in 7 countries. Most of them live there, but one of the participants, she's traveling. So she upped my country count because she's in the Republic of Ireland right now. So, but anyway, oh, and so 52 people and 5 kids. The rest of the video is going to talk about literal healing stuff, but I just like to take a minute to talk about little facts about it before we talk about chakras and aura for the whole rest of the time. So most of the participants are adults, but there are 5 kids this time. We got 1 extra kid added on. So there's a 15-year-old young man, there's a 10 and 7-year-old brothers. Hi! There's a 2-year-old boy who his parents signed him up, and he's very triplet experienced. This is his second triplet set that he's done at his ripe old age of 2 years. And this time we have a newcomer who's 8 months old, a little girl who is participating now with her mother, and they're both getting healings. The mom has gotten healings, these triplet sets before, and she loves them, so she heard about the 2-year-old. She's like, oh, I want my kid to get one too. So, so anyway, that's fun. And the countries, I thought I'll real quick read off the countries that people are in. I'm in the U.S. in Washington State, so in the west coast of the U.S. And a lot of the participants are in the U.S., but then we also have Canada, Australia, the Netherlands, UK, near London in the UK, and that person who's traveling is in the Republic of Ireland and Spain. So yay for how international this is. Yay for YouTube, basically, because I have YouTube viewers all over the world, and this is like the perfect thing for them because distance doesn't matter with remote energy healing at all. With any of my work, distance doesn't matter because I don't do in-person work anymore. Okay, cool. So this is my second time making this recap because I made it this morning, but oh my god, I was like blah 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 blah, and it was such a long video. So this one, my goal is to be informative but much more concise. So if you're watching this, it means it worked and I like this version better. Okay. So first, it's a 20-minute healing, and first I helped everybody to recreate their grounding nice and wide. A red vibration is what the angels suggested at that time for everybody, and I just used gold universal light and sent it to help people release energy blocks that were in their grounding. Gold light is a nice vibration to just kind of release, let go, stop resisting. So that was just a starting thing because grounding really roots you and makes you stable. I have videos on grounding. Grounding is very important. I have Psychic Grounding Part 1 and Psychic Grounding Part 2. And a recording, my recordings on my website are free to download, and there's one called Grounding in Depth. That's a 23-minute recording. It's on the 3rd page of the 3 pages of free meditation recordings that you can download. It's on the 3rd page, Grounding in Depth. It's a 23-minute recording. Just walks you through grounding and bringing up earth energy through your legs and your first chakra. So that's a good recording, and it's free. Free, did I say free? On my website, janetwrightreadings.com, and it's free to download. Okay, so then, my sample person needed repair in their aura. Ironically, yeah, a couple people really needed aura repair. Your aura, is the energy field all around you, and it only works well. It's supposed to protect you and keep you safe and keep your chakras like running and flowing, and but if it gets rips and tears in it, you feel really stupid and overwhelmed and awful. So this was a holiday weekend in the US, Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day is tomorrow for us, and so anyway, a lot of people had rips and tears due to being triggered. Holidays. I do have one of my participants, well actually a bunch of my participants really like this recording too, one that I can think of in particular, and another one who's not participating in this. Anyway, the recording is called Holiday and Birthday Detox. And it's a webinar recording that you can download from my website. So webinars tend to be longer ones, so an hour plus, but it's really good. It walks you through releasing old baggage about things that happen to you during holidays or birthdays, just so that like you can do it a bunch of times before a holiday comes, so that the holiday itself doesn't feel as bad for you. So anyway, help people to heal up rips and tears in their aura. And if you want to learn more on that, my videos Energy Wax Part 1 and Energy Wax Part 2. Energy Wax, W-H-A-C-K-S. Wax, W-H-A-C-K-S. It's like a rip or a tear in your aura. So then, one of the biggest things that help people feel better, thank you for your surveys, by the way. Due to your surveys, and then kind of looking at your energy real quick as I read the survey, part of what helped people so much with the Friday healing was letting go of energy. I'm going to draw a diagram for you. Okay, this is you, and this is your aura, right? In the Friday healing, I help people clear like blocked energy, hard energy blocks they had in the bottom layers of each aura. Your aura has 7 layers generated by the 7 chakras along your spine. And each layer can get like a sort of a stagnant, hard bunch of energy blocks at the bottom. And I explained in the Friday recap video, dated May 26th, 2017, that if you imagine these and clear them, it's like you take the plug out of a drain, and so your whole aura can release so much better if you just get rid of this stagnant, stuck stuff like right in the bottom of all the aura layers. Okay, and a lot of people forget that there even is anything that's important to them underneath their feet. So, but it's totally true. And this is so key for letting go. So it really pays to think about that and remind yourself that, you have aura beneath your feet. Grounding depends on how high you make it, but ideally, your aura should be nice and wide as your whole aura, and stay wide. And so it flows downward, right? Because you want to let go, you want to release all the way down to the center of the earth. So anyway, that's what I helped with on Friday. But in this healing, I wanted to continue with that, help people to let go and release more, because that was one of the biggest things that made people feel so much better with the Friday healing, was that. Because I can kind of eyeball and be like, why did she feel so much better, So anyway, since everyone already had that pretty nice and flowing from the Friday healing they got just 2 days ago, I didn't have to clear that for people. So what I did was I looked at, okay, well, what else is going to help them release a lot more than they're releasing now, right? And One thing I help them with, let's see what the order I did it in. Oh, yeah. All right, let's say this is a profile, okay? And somebody is facing that way, right? So that's the front of the aura, this is the back of the aura. So I noticed with everybody that there can be hardness, particularly here, like in the back, bottom half of that outer layer. And if you remove that, if you help people melt that away, then whoosh, everything releases a lot more. I think it could be because people are generally more aware of the front of their aura and they keep putting in back of them stuff they don't want to deal with. You know, like that expression, I put it behind me. It's like, it doesn't make it go away if you put it behind you. It's just a form of denial, you know, like training your mind not to think about it. Let's say, okay, we're facing this way, right? So those are hands, arms. But anyway, so that's the back bottom of the aura, the 7th layer, back bottom of the 7th layer. And that's what I did. I help people melt away the hard energy there. And you can just imagine this with yourself. Imagine that part of your 7th layer and any hardness there, and just use gold light and be patient and just imagine melting it away. So that's the first way that I help people release a lot more. And then after that, I noticed that, let's make the person looking forward now in the diagram. So if this person is looking forward and you see their face, then I noticed that right on the side of the 7th layer, so right here and right here, this is probably not size appropriate because I can kind of touch the edge of my aura. So whatever, I kind of misdrew it. But who cares? So anyway, let's say the arms go out, you know, kind of that long, right? So sad. But anyway, you get the point. So the sides of the 7th layer, there was not only like, there was just random energy blocks from past lives, but there was a lot of family related energy blocks, which maybe it was triggered because of the holiday season, you know, this Memorial Day holiday in the US. But I think that that's just 7th chakra, 7th layer is for identity, goals, creative inspiration. And I don't know, I just think that people took on burdens from their family and they ended up right there. So when I help people clear the hardness and the stuck energy in the sides of their 7th layer, then whoosh, it was like huge. They released so much more. So that was pretty interesting. I didn't expect that, actually. The image the angels keep showing me about that is like, well, if you imagine like people are kind of scrunched into a family photo, you know, and so that energy like right here is like sort of constricting family responsibilities. And the thing is, you could have a wonderful family in this life, but you've had a lot of past lives. So it could definitely be energy from past lives where you had like oppressive parents or oppressive spouses or whatever. A lot of it was from past lives that I help people clear in the sides here. Then what else? Oh, and then I had an angel clean out because I had to write down what I was doing. So I was like, okay, everybody have your angels clean out your energy for you. And I explained, I made sure everyone understood what that was, even the less experienced, quote unquote, like less people who don't meditate consciously. It's still, your spirit is very knowledgeable. So I, you know, when I explained it to everybody, they're like, oh, okay, I got it. So then everybody's angels cleaned them out for like, probably like 45 seconds. Which, you know, angels can do a lot in 45 seconds. Oh, and then also along the sides here was like burdens from parents that people had taken on. A lot of times when people are kids, they take on copies of how their parents are blocked. So I help people release that. I also help people clear energy blocks above their aura. So like right here, I help people clear energy blocks above their aura so that they could bring in fun and playfulness that maybe they just had from past lives, or that they created in their sleep on the astral with their angels. But they weren't able to bring it in because they have too much serious stuck energy in the top of their aura or above their aura. So I just help people to, I just imagine like a couple main energy blocks that people had above their aura, and I sent gold universal healing energy to just help them to kind of let go of those and melt them away so that people could bring in their playfulness, which is cool, of course. And you can imagine that for yourself. Just imagine like some energy above, like a bunch of energy. Make sure it's your energy, just with your intuition, but like it could be, like a big bunch of, happy orange energy maybe that's yours. Just, it's generally really bright and beautiful, but it's, it's your energy, and then you just clear the blocked energy, the, hard pieces of energy either in the top of your aura or above your aura that prevent that part of you from coming in. And then once you clear the blocks, it just comes in. So you bring in more of your playfulness. Okay, then I helped people clear fear, anger, and sadness, and have more non-judgment. So what that looks like is this, like say, okay, first chakra at the base of the spine, right? Second chakra right here. So second is emotions and first is courage, right? So when first gets blocked up, it's fear. And when second gets blocked up, it's like emotional baggage, like extreme anger, extreme sadness. So, I don't know if you can see that. So anyway, a lot of times when people get angry, like extreme energy blocks in their second chakra, like second chakra is, like if my belly button's here, second chakra is right here below the belly button, right? So people get energy blocks triggered. They are not in the chakra anymore, they're right in front. So energy blocks that make you angry are like right in front of your tummy generally, like right, because your second layer's this far out, so like maybe 4 to 6 inches out, 4 to 8 inches out from your skin. That's your second layer. So if you have energy blocks there, they could make you sad or make you feel angry. And sometimes when people get so blocked there, like particularly with the anger, people get very verbal and they get into fights and arguments. So I just sent gold light with one hand to people's throat chakras, and the other hand, using the other hand, I sent it to people's second chakra to just help people like clear their energy blocks that were causing them to get stuck in anger, and also clear the energy blocks that were causing them to compulsively verbalize their anger. A lot of times people don't realize, but speaking in anger is usually, the angels don't like that, like it's not very healthy. Sometimes it's, it just creates conflict. Sometimes it can be kind of abusive too, if it's one-sided, and one person's like blah, 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 and if it's two-sided, it's just a conflict. You're just tearing up each other's energy. Nothing good comes from it, Typically, what the angels like is if you clear the energy blocks just through silence, breathing, release, just imagine like they rain off of you. So they're like, instead of hard rock, use gold light and just let them turn into flowing water that just flows off of you down, you're grounding down to the center of the earth. So you release the anger down to the center of the earth versus like verbalizing it. Because if you get into this big rah, 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 you don't clear it. And the thing is, a lot of times if you get that sort of extreme anger, your mind thinks, oh, I'm extremely angry because what this person did was so offensive, so annoying, so irritating, blah, blah, blah. But usually that's false. And maybe that person, that's 10% of it, but the other 90%, which you don't realize, is it's repressed anger from your past lives that you haven't finished clearing, or from your childhood. So it's really not about the person you think it's about. You know, like the force, the volume of how pissed off you feel is not that person's fault at all. It's from stuff that happened, like I said, in your childhood, or 10 different past lives, you know, that just happens to get triggered. So that's why the angels are always like, okay, just breathe it out. Do not speak it at somebody, because it's not their fault that you're that pissed. So anyway, I just help people so that, you know, by healing the throat chakra and the second chakra at the same time, and you could do that for yourself. Just, you know, one hand heal the throat chakra with gold light, fifth chakra, round opening in the front, round opening in the back. You know, just unblock it in the front, unblock it in the back. And then second chakra, round opening in the front below your belly button, and then round opening in the back. Just, you know, wash it out, unblock it. And just, you know, remind yourself that you don't have to compulsively speak your anger. You know, inner wisdom, you're not going to attain it when you have that intense anger. So, you know, people think, oh, I need to give you a piece of my mind. Nah. You know, just if there is a real issue that needs communicating, you obviously would do a better job when you're not super pissed. And then I did first chakra too, fear, and fifth chakra and seventh chakra. Just so first chakra, you know, when it gets blocked, you feel fear or worry. When it's flowing, you feel courage. So I have a whole playlist about abundance, but it's really also about all first chakra stuff. So safety, courage, and abundance. So you could do my abundance playlist of videos and just work that whole thing. But anyway, so I healed that plus the throat and the seventh at the same time, seventh in the top of the head, because seventh is decisions, and throat is communication with others, but also just hearing your angels or being able to think calmly and peacefully to yourself, inner peace, inner reflection. So it's just helping people to clear their fears so that they don't have to, you know, have like worried thoughts all the time in their mind, or be sort of paralyzed in major decisions and only able to think of their fears and worries versus inner wisdom. So, and then the last thing I did was, again, aura repair, to repair rips and tears, which you think like, okay, well, why do you have to repair the aura twice in one healing? It's because my sample person already got a new big giant tear in the top of their aura, which, you know, maybe looks like that, you know, like this big chunk missing of their aura, right? And something got thrown at them that made that rip, right? And then they had an energy block here, which was hard energy before that even, that made the tear happen. Like someone threw something, but then the hard stuck energy in the aura made the tear happen. But anyway, I helped heal everybody's aura, but also at the same time, the sixth chakra for non-judgment, because just like it's not healthy to compulsively speak when you're crazy triggered about repressed anger, it's also not healthy or productive to go into judgment when someone's throwing energy at you, right? Because when you judge somebody, it lowers your boundaries. But it's very, very common. Like, you know, if you think of somebody who you feel like is invasive towards you, you know, maybe aggressive towards you, chances are a lot of times you're like, oh, what a bitch, or oh, that person is terrible. Sorry, moms. But anyway, oh, that person's so mean. You know, you're judging them. You're saying they're mean, right? So, rather than that, you could just stay in your sixth chakra and understand, you know, like just see that that person's behavior is, you know, maybe because they're tired or because they have resentments, but it's not your fault, you know, sometimes. And so like if you have someone trying to punish you, but you can see from non-judgment why they are the way they are, then generally it's not really going to impact you so much, you know, like you'll have better boundaries with them. So maybe when they throw energy, it'll just kind of bounce off you rather than make giant gashes, you know, twice in 20 minutes. So again, that's important. So if you have someone that you know is like really ripping up your aura a lot, practice just being in your sixth chakra when you think about it and when you think about them. So I can be non-judgmental with people that attack me. I can be non-judgmental and have strong boundaries with people that attack my energy, right? That's a good thing, right? So you can just heal your sixth chakra by gold light with your hand, you know, going into the front of your sixth chakra, round opening in the front, round opening in the back, and just unblock it and just kind of remind yourself, okay, this is where I'm going to view those people, from behind my forehead, and I'm just going to not judge. I'm just going to see, hey, they have some repressed anger issues, you know, whatever. It is what it is. They're younger than I am spiritually, whatever. Okay, so that's what I did in the healing. Basically, I guess the nutshell, people released a lot. So I think it would probably make people more focused and present and feel lighter for sure. Okay, so, and maybe playful, you know, because they did bring in playful energy. Okay, so hope that helped, and this recording was way shorter than the first one I made this morning, so I'll keep this one. And let me know in the comment section if the diagrams on the dry erase board helped or not, and any other comments or feedback you have about the healings or the recap video. And again, you know, hi to all my energy geeks who watch this video even just to learn, you know, I think that's wonderful. And if anyone wants to do the next set of healings, because this one is sold out, but the next one I'm going to bump up the limit to 60 people, so there's plenty of room. Jump on in if you want. I think it's on Friday in the first, it's on a Friday in June. Yeah, I don't have a calendar right now. But anyway, it's 2 weeks from this one. Anyway, you sign up on my website, and it's very reasonable. It's $30 to $50 for the whole set of 3, and 30 to 50 meaning sliding scale, so you just pay one of those amounts in that range, what you can afford. All right. Well, and you know, I'm very grateful for people's surveys, for the people that participated, and if you haven't filled yours out yet and you did get the healing, please fill out your survey. Okay, bye.